Buddy is a regular girl reading the news. Less than a minute. Decided to read the local news. I have decided also to leave out the obituaries. They've got those here too. And they've got advertisement for burial spaces and crypts and dignified scatterings at sea, things like that. You know, sea star charters. But anyway, I decided to leave that out. We're not going to talk about that. But front cover is this story here. Rady lands $2 million to help babies. State-funded initiative will explore cutting-edge diagnostic capabilities to treat rapidly deteriorating infants. This is longer than a minute, but we're going to do it anyway, kids. Daily vitamin doses were all that 11-month-old Maverick Coltrane needed to end the potentially deadly seizures that arrived shortly after his birth. But that simple solution materialized only after quick turnaround genetic sequencing helped doctors at Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego find the correct diagnosis fast enough to make a difference for the rapidly deteriorating infant. Maverick is among a growing number of Rady patients who have benefited from the rapid sequencing and analysis capabilities of the hospital's Genomics Institute. He was on hand with his family at the hospital Wednesday to announce Project Baby Bear. The $2 million state-funded initiative will explore bringing similar cutting-edge diagnostic capabilities to young patients covered by Medi-Cal, the health insurance program for the state's most disadvantaged residents. Ooh, but most valuable to the Baby Bear Project. Okay, it was stories like Mavericks, said Michael Wilkeny, Secretary of the California Health and Human Services Agency. A name to remember, my insert, that convinced the state to invest in a pilot project to explore how the service could fit into Medi-Cal, a program that covers 6 million kids statewide. The practical application of genomic sequencing that we're seeing here at Rady's Children's, using it to actually save babies' lives, is a compelling story and a very good application of very interesting technology, Wilkeny said. The initiative, which was requested by, and we're going to now have to find page 15, but I did that aforehand. I did it aforehand to make it easier for the listening audience. State Assemblyman Brain, whoa, look at this name, MaieNSCH, well, Shine, Mayenshine, Brian Mayenshine, and I don't know if they misspelled Brian to spell brain, or if somebody really named him Brain, Mayenshine, who co-chairs the California Legislative Rare Disease Caucus, will work with infants on Medi-Cal from 4 cities, Fresno, Oakland, Sacramento, and San Diego, to derive genetic diagnosis for at least 100 children admitted to neonatal intensive care units. Watch those babies, mothers. Looks like they need some babies here for their studies. Watch those babies. Yes, indeed. I would take a look at what information and what they're taking from the blood in the babies, because they need some babies here, it looks like, to derive genetic diagnoses for at least 100 children. I think they have to do that regularly. Blood samples will be dispatched to Rady's high-speed sequencing lab in San Diego, where the Institute's team of geneticists will use custom software to quickly look for genetic markers of disease. The Institute recently set the Guinness World Record for whole genome sequencing, as it already working with several other children's hospitals across the nation to make gene-based diagnoses as quickly as possible. Speed is of the essence because many children with severe seizures, metabolic disorders, or other maladies often die before doctors can hit on the right combination of medications. You know, I think I've heard somewhere that CBD is what's very, very, very good for seizures, but I don't think they're using it here. The idea then is to spot those disorders caused by genetic mutations quickly by using high-powered computers and artificial intelligence to accomplish in hours or days what used to take weeks. Dr. David Dimmock, the Institute's senior medical doctor, said he believes that diagnosing 100 Medi-Cal patients will show Medi-Cal that it's worth adding the service statewide. $2 million we're talking about here, folks. The pilot data that we expect we're going to get in the next 18 months is going to demonstrate that it is affordable and effective for Medi-Cal to do this for every baby admitted to a level 3 or 4 NICU across the state, Dimmick said. The Institute has already made a first foray into connecting high-speed sequencing, which costs about $20,000 per kid to cost savings. By getting to a diagnosis more quickly, researchers have found that hospitals waste less money. Well, there's a priority, huh? Trying medication after medication. Are they talking about infants? They're trying medication after medication on these infants. Saying a lot here, and keeping young patients in expensive hospital beds longer. Gosh, don't you feel sorry for those hospitals? Oh, man, they have to just pinch pennies everywhere. A recently published study from the Institute examined the cases of 42 infants with unexplained symptoms and estimated that early diagnoses saved between $800,000 and $2 million. Getting Medi-Cal involved is a critical step in the overall quest. Well, I've got a lot of other ideas where Medi-Cal could be coming involved to help the suffering and all the other stuff of lots of other sick people. Yeah, but yeah, it sounds like they have their reasons for making this type of a program a top priority, although I'm unclear what it is so far, except the part about the saving money. I heard that. I saw that. Let's finish it up. Okay. So at present, a few private health insurance companies cover the service without significant pleading from doctors. In most cases, costs are covered under clinical trial protocols or through philanthropy. And I think that's where it should stay. Philanthropy. In most cases, costs are covered under clinical trial protocols or... Oh, I read that already. Oh, I'm stupid. Then you can probably dismiss everything I've said. Convincing Medi-Cal that sequencing is cost-effective and delivers a real benefit for enough babies across the state, Dimmick said, could go a long way toward pushing private insurance companies to follow suit. I think it's quite hard for a commercial insurer or the large companies that they represent to explain why they're not covering something that Medi-Cal is covering, Dimmock said. Rady estimates that about 40,000 babies born across the United States every year with life-threatening but unexplained symptoms could benefit from rapid sequencing. Okay, that's it for now. Regular girl here for the Orange Jumpsuit Show. Got the wrong people in the orange jumpsuits.